Well, good morning and welcome to Enfys Tarot. Today is Wednesday, April 9th, 2025, and it's time for the all Zodiac signs tarot reading. So we are going to pull cards for this week. This reading will be good for each Zodiac sign until Tuesday of next week. As you enter the room, put your Zodiac sign in the chat box, and then I will read your Zodiac sign next. Okay, I'll do all the Zodiac signs in order. So let's see what we're going to start with. I think I'm going to need some new cards soon. These are getting, these are very well loved cards, but they are getting bent and folded. Virgo. We've got Virgo coming in first. Could we have a reading for Virgo, please? Welcome in, welcome in. We're going to start off today's Zodiac sign reading with Virgo and see where we go from there. So pop your Zodiac sign in the chat box and I can read for you next. What's coming in for Virgo? What do we have for Virgo today? What do Virgos need to know? Please call the Virgos to the room so that they can hear this reading. What is your message for them? Here we go. Balance. The first card coming out is the Six of Pentacles, and that represents balance and a fair allocation of resources. It also represents being generous, giving to others, and receiving help when needed. So that's the balance, and it's a good time for it. The Ace of Wands coming in here upright is like the magic wand. So this is calling to mind the concept of a tithe. In a lot of Christian churches, there's this tithe that represents 10% of your income. And when you donate 10% of your income right off the top, you receive blessings, right? This is what I'm feeling, that sort of attitude where giving is going to equate to receiving. So right now it's a time to be generous for sure. And the universe is going to be working with you on that. What else is coming out? The Moon. This is a really strong card. The Moon card represents following our intuition and taking the scenic route through life. So in this reading, what I'm feeling is right now, it's more important to take the extra time, stop and smell the roses, help when you can, and not just try to rush through things, okay? Slow down and really listen to your intuition right now. That's what time it is. Anything else coming in for Virgo? This is a beautiful card. This is a beautiful reading for Virgo. If Virgos can slow down this week, be a little bit more generous with their time and resources and money, and be open to receiving as well, they are going to be rewarded. You've got the Six of Pentacles, the Ace of Wands, the Moon, and the Ten of Pentacles. It's a big week for growth and abundance for Virgos. So thank you for that Virgo reading. Anything they don't see coming or need to watch out for, rest when needed, okay? Right along the same lines as taking the scenic route and slowing down, stopping to smell the roses. Make sure you're not rushing this week, Virgos. It's not a week for rushing. It's a week for engaging and being present, okay? Thank you for that Virgo reading. Let me go ahead and shuffle these cards back in the deck. Let's see who's coming in. We've got Stephen Espinal, hola, Anna Banana, and then, okay, so we've got, is that Russian? I don't think that's Russian. It says, oi, oi, good morning. All right, so we are going to read for Scorpio next. Stephen Espinal, any guests in the room, go ahead and pop your Zodiac sign in the chat box, and I will read yours next. I'll read them all in order. We're going to go for Scorpio next at the request of Anna Banana. I hope you're doing well this morning. Where is my Scorpio card? Stone. All right. Could we have a reading for Scorpio, please? What's coming in for Scorpio? Welcome the Scorpios into the room so they can receive this reading when they need it the most. What do we have coming in? Okay, Scorpio. Very different energy than Virgo coming in. I'm feeling suddenly out of breath for absolutely no reason at all. And there's a sharp pinch in my right shoulder blade. So not sure why that's coming in, Scorpio, but it's definitely a way for me to clear the way, to understand how these messages are going to come through. You know, I wouldn't be surprised if we saw like the 10 of Wands coming in here, because I'm feeling like for some Scorpios listening, you have been taking the burden and really shouldering the burden, and you're getting kind of exhausted by it. I wonder if that's coming in for any of you. Are you? Having bad it's allergy season for sure. Okay, so the Ace of Pentacles coming in, that's a great lead card for Scorpio. So that's saying that there's going to be a new opportunity presenting itself. And it's likely going to result in some kind of financial gain. All right? Wow. And then the 10 of Pentacles coming in. Scorpio, if you are offered a new opportunity, a job opportunity, an investment opportunity, something that is slightly different or new than what you have been doing, take it, because it's going to result in the 10 of Pentacles, which is a great deal of abundance and security, okay? And don't forget, once you receive that abundance, here's your goal, okay? Here's your challenge. Once you've received the abundance, be a typical Scorpio and allocate your resources generously, okay? Be willing to share. Spread the wealth, okay? That's pretty common Scorpio behavior. When Scorpios get a hold of something, they love to share. And this is right along the lines for you. Don't feel guilty about it, okay? When you go to share the things, don't do it because you feel like you have to or you feel guilty. Remember that it is joyful to give. Remember how, pay attention to how good it feels for everyone involved when we can be generous. And be open to the prospect that in the future, at some point, you might be receiving. You might be at the receiving end of someone else's generosity. It's karmic balance. It's not about guilt. It's not like I have to share or something bad's going to happen. It's not like that. This is very much releasing the pain, letting go of the negative, sharing joyfully and gleefully, and just really enjoying the abundance, okay? So this is going to be a good week for Virgo and Scorpio. Scorpios and Virgos, if any of you have friends with each other, if you know each other, I would say go party, okay? Go out and party together. Share your wealth with each other and really enjoy this time. Thank you for that Scorpio reading. Oh, let's see who's coming in. We've got some more comments coming in here. Let's see. Okay, Marky, good morning. Wednesday Adams, good morning. I'm not a witch, but I am an intuitive tarot reader. Totally enchanting. Yes, Marky, I love giving. Okay, who wants me to read their zodiac sign next? Let me know who's in the room and who you want me to read for next, and I will pull the next stone and read for you. Give it a few seconds. If I don't see any requests, I'll go ahead and move this along and pull a stone for just somebody random. Giving feels great, doesn't it, Marky? It really does. It's one of the joys of life. We're going to read, we've got Cancer. All right, I will do Pisces next. Going to read for Cancer right now. Could I have a reading for Cancer, please? And Pisces, just hang on. We got that request in, so we're going to take it. We're going to take the request first. All right, what's coming in for Cancer? It's welcoming the Cancers into the room. Welcoming the message. What do Cancers need to know? My shoulders are now relaxing. Feeling very solid, very stable root chakra coming in for Cancer. It's like the root chakra is so stable, there's nothing else that's needed for support right now. Strong spine. Cancer, you are well rooted right now. You are the staff in the water. I'm getting, okay, so Cancer, for any of you who are at a point right now where you're feeling really stable, really grounded, and your spine is strong and erect, what you're being asked to do is go ahead and get rooted into the earth, because the strength that you're experiencing right now is coming from within you, and that is going to peter out. Okay, none of us have energy that just keeps going by itself. So make sure you're taking time to ground. Get your roots deep down into the earth so that you are relying on the earth for your support, okay? That is coming in. And look, the Emperor in my right hand. Magician in reverse. Wow. Okay, so that's part of the reason why I was getting that message. The Magician in reverse means that you're kind of full of this energy, but you're not like the Magician. You see how they've got one arm pointing upward, one arm pointing downward. They're standing straight, erect. This is an eternal source of energy coming through, okay? This is how one can manifest. If you are holding on to the energy just to support yourself and stay erect and not releasing or grounding, and you're not accepting the new energy in, then your Magician turns in reverse, and it's very difficult to navigate. There's a flexibility that's needed right now in order to manifest and alchemize, okay? So see if you can do some rooting and, grounding, and then receiving source energy. And that's going to help things continue to flow. Wow. And then there's Temperance. There's the flowing. Okay. 1 foot on the ground, 1 foot in the water. You're allowing your conscious and your subconscious to communicate with each other. You're having an expanded awareness so that you can temper the situation. All right. You need that contrast from above and below, instead of holding it all in your root chakra. Instead of holding tight right there, you need to ground first, get your roots in the ground, and then begin receiving some of that energy. Okay, that is tempering your system. Queen of Cups in reverse, Strength in reverse. If you think you can keep doing this by yourself, Cancer, you are lying to yourself. You're fooling yourself. This is not meant for you. This is not your job to do. You've got to get yourself in that flow again. You're going to block energy and you're going to get tired, okay? So you got to let it come through. That's why the 7 of Swords is coming in here in reverse, because it's saying you're lying to yourself when it comes to this, and you're carrying all of the burden. Look at these cards coming through for Cancer today. Big time energy asking Cancer to get rooted and receive energy. Okay, that's your job this week, Cancer. Anything else coming in? Especially if you are disappointed. There is disappointment at the heart of this. Okay, So if you are this way right now, holding tightly to your root chakra, it's because of disappointment. In order to move past that, you've got to acknowledge those feelings and then do the grounding work that's required and the receiving work that's required. And because this is at the heart of your reading, if you continue on course without letting the energy flow, you're going to find yourself disappointed. Okay? So that's for Cancer this week. Try to play around with this. See if you can go outside for a walk. See if you can do some grounding meditation exercises. One of the most powerful grounding meditation exercises is when you can imagine your roots going deep down into the ground through the soles of your feet, and then allow the energy from source to come in through the top of your head and just fill everything up. And you're washing things through and you're removing blocks. Okay? That's one of the most powerful grounding meditations I know of. So, okay, that was for Cancer. Next, we're going to do Pisces, and then I will check back in with the group here. Oh, yeah, boy, we've got a bunch here. Good morning, Stephen Yuri. Good morning, Chandru. We have not yet done Sagittarius. Yes, like Ben Franklin's kite. Yeah, rooting is so important. And we've got Osnet R. Around, you're back again. You're always so bored when you come to my channel. That's so funny. Okay, so we're going to do Pisces, and then we're going to do Sagittarius. All right, guys? So could we have a reading for Pisces, please? Let's find out what's coming in. Nice deep breath for Pisces. Welcome the Pisces into the room. Welcome their message. What is our message from Spirit for Pisces this week? Pisces, I'm seeing bookends for you. Very, very clear bookends, as if today you will begin something, some kind of project or goal, and then by the end of the week, meaning Tuesday, like a week from now, it will be finished. It will be closed. There's an opportunity for that. So think about, if you're Pisces, think about some of the things you've been trying to get done, something that you've been wanting to wrap up, or something that you want to begin working on. And see what happens if you start it today, because it feels very much like whatever you begin today, you will be able to achieve within 1 week, okay? And it will bookend just a little chunk of your life right now. It's really an interesting message coming through. Definitely bookends, definitely like straight on either side, you know? Pisces. Okay, so yeah, it is time to act. Look at that, the 3 of Wands coming in. It's time to put that front foot forward, okay? It's time to take a step. And let's see what's coming into this. Then you've got the 4 of Pentacles upright, the 8 of Cups in reverse, the 6 of Cups in reverse, the 8 of Pentacles in reverse, and the 7 of Cups upright. So there's a lot of closure in this, and a lot of changing what you're working on. Okay, so yes, definitely look at these 2 cards here. You are taking a new direction this week in this 8 of Cups in reverse. You're not walking away from anything. You're not totally dropping things, okay? What you're doing is changing direction for a moment, all right? And you're choosing to spend your time on something important, something you want to accomplish or get closure on. It may be something to do with your past, okay? It might be something, I mean, this could be something as simple as you've been itching to work on a scrapbook project, and if you start it today, you will have it completed by next week. Or it could be finally getting closure over something that has been bothering you since childhood. It could be re-encapsulating a relationship from your past where maybe there has been some kind of a breakdown and nothing you do seems to be working to either repair it or bring it to closure. And if you start working on that today, it will be finished by next week. You will have accomplished that by next week. So it's time to take action. It's time to take action in a new direction. Okay, doing something a little bit differently than what you have been, taking a break from what you typically work on, but not permanently. Okay, and then it's going to open up a whole bunch of opportunities and new ideas for you. Okay, it's like once you have closure over this, suddenly doors are going to be opening. You're going to have all of these amazing ideas. Okay, you got to watch out for the Seven of Cups sometimes because it can mean you're daydreaming or fantasizing, and there's cloudiness around it. There's that sort of idyllic romanticizing that we love to do because it's fun to romanticize and idolize things. You got to watch out for that when this card comes in. Recognize the opportunities, okay, that are offered to you as a result of this closure. This Four of Pentacles is really interesting in this because what it's saying is you don't have to let go of everything in order to get this done, okay? Just make some of the time. Just devote some of your time this week to whatever this is. You don't have to let go of everything else, okay? It's not like you've got to hide, disappear for a week. You don't have to do that. All right, hold on to this opportunity and don't let go of anything else. Just simply change the way you're doing it and start working on it now. All right, so that's Pisces. Let's see, we've got Sagittarius coming in next. Is that right? Yeah, we're going to do Sagittarius next. And then who else do we have? Okay, let's do Sagittarius, and then whoever's in the room, go ahead and pop your zodiac sign in the box so that I can read for you next. Could we have a reading for Sagittarius, please? Okay, Ace of Cups coming in. Time for fulfillment. Time for letting the energy flow, Sagittarius. Wow, and then the Four of Wands. So there is so much coming in here in terms of fulfillment and stability. Okay, so for Sagittarians this week, you can look forward to that. You can look forward to some peace, some harmony, stability, unity, celebration, being one with the universe this week is going to be primo. The Empress coming in next. This is just such a lovely reading. Just really enjoy your time this week, Sagittarius. Find the beauty everywhere. Take care of yourself. enjoy life, fully immerse yourself in the things that you love to do. Really get that like joie de vivre, you know, like really submerge yourself in this. When the Empress comes in, I mean, she's just so warm and welcoming and has this beautiful space for life to occur. And that's what you're going to be harnessing this week. And you're going to just be letting the welcoming flow of love energy through. And you're going to be walking away from past disappointments. This is the perfect opportunity for you guys to let go of the things that still seem to get in your way from the past. You are being offered a gift this week. And the best thing for you to do is harness the gift to the point where you're not even thinking about the troubles of the past and the disappointment of past losses. Remember, every single thing in this life is fleeting, including life itself. Everything changes from one minute to the next. You might be really uncomfortable one day, really sad, really down, in a lot of pain, and then the next day, everything seems to be fine, and it so quickly shifts. So this week, you're going to be offered this blessing, and the most important job for you is to fully engage with it. Really appreciate it. Be super duper present, okay? Because it is not going to last forever, okay? Just like the disappointments didn't last forever. This week isn't going to last forever either. So really be present. All right, I don't have any requests for the next reading, so I'm going to go ahead and just pull the next stone. Let's see who's coming in. Aquarius. We've got Aquarius coming in next. Could we have a reading for Aquarius, please? What is coming in for Aquarius? Okay, Hangman in reverse. So Aquarians, you might have a hard time seeing the big picture this week, which is going to cause some pain. Then you've got the Six of Pentacles upright and then the Nine of Cups in reverse. So, okay, easiest, fastest way out of whatever this situation is to be generous. Okay, just be generous this week. You're having a hard time seeing the forest through the trees right now, I think, and it's causing you some pain and discomfort, unnecessary trouble. You don't need that. Be generous right now. Be generous and open and let go of some of the things that you're holding on to. There's some stuff left over from the past that's just residual and you're holding on to it and you really don't need to. You can let that go this week. That's going to help you. If you can be generous in letting those things go, that's going to help you see the big picture, okay? And it's going to change your trajectory. It's going to get you going forward. Look, everything I just said is in this card. You're choosing what to bring with you and letting go what you no longer need. Follow your intuition on this one, okay? You've got the protective feminine energy in the moon in this card. So listen to your intuition and understand that you're being protected right now. It's okay to be a little bit vulnerable, all right? It's okay. You don't need your walls up this week. That's part of the reason the Hangman is in reverse, because you're like fighting against something. You know, you got your walls up and you that's causing you more harm than good. Okay, you got to let those walls down. You got to just be vulnerable for a minute, and then you're going to see the big picture and move through this pretty quickly. Okay, so be ready to just let things go. Just be generous and vulnerable and just let things go. And you know, you can even thank those things for being in your life because at some point you needed them there. And just say goodbye. See you later. Maybe or maybe not. But send it to the light. All right, who's in next? Okay, have a great day, Marky. Next up is Capricorn. Could we have a reading for Capricorn, please? What do we have coming in for Capricorn? We have a reading for Capricorn, please. Please invite the Capricorns into the room so they can receive your message. Please provide me with additional clarity. Making room for everyone. Okay, so here for Capricorn, there's a bit of an imbalance, all right? You're either not receiving enough or you're receiving too much. You're either not giving enough or you're giving too much, or you might be giving to the wrong ones. Okay, so let's follow up and see what this is. Just take a rest. Okay, something is very off balance. It might be that you've just been running full speed ahead and you need a break. Yeah, it's time for you to stop and smell the roses. Absolutely. Capricorn, this is stop and smell the roses. That's what you're getting today. Cheese and crackers. Things are off balance. Stop and smell the roses. That's going to get you rejuvenated. Okay, that's going to give you the energy that you need. That's going to be what brings you back into your self and your confidence and your ability to think clearly and creatively and maneuver freely. Okay, this is what's needed right now. So no matter what happens this week, you need to stop and smell the roses. Okay? Yeah, you're so worried about that. You just have to stop right now. That's how you're going to move forward, okay? I think for some of you, you're listening to this reading and you're like, there's no way I can take a break this week. I've got a million things on my to-do list. If I don't get these things done, there are going to be massive consequences. Guess what? You can take a short break, and by taking the break, you will be thinking clearer, you will be more energized, new solutions will present themselves to you, and you're going to have an opportunity to advance more quickly as a result of taking this break, okay? So stop worrying. You're worrying a little bit too much here. You got to stop and smell the roses, all right? That's for you, Capricorn. That is your week's goal, okay? Stop and smell the roses. Sunita Devi, hello, how are you? I am doing tarot readings. I am doing the zodiac sign readings today. So pop your zodiac sign in the chat box and I will read for your sign next. And then for the question that you're asking here today, come back tomorrow or Friday and I will be reading answers for direct questions. But for today, pop your zodiac sign in. All right, I'm going to go ahead and pull Gemini. Could we have a reading for Gemini, please? What does Gemini need to know today? What's in it for Gemini? Could we have a reading for Gemini, please? Please welcome the Geminis into the room so they can receive their message. Oops, look at this. I've completely, oh, you're Virgo. Okay, so that was the very first sign I read today. So if you restart this video from the beginning, that's where your reading is going to be. And let me tell you, it's a good one. You've got some pretty good things ahead. So go ahead and start this video from the beginning so you can hear Virgo. And then if you have other people in your life you're curious about, so far we've done Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Capricorn, and now we're on Gemini. King of Pentacles. There's a lot of energy of abundance coming in this week, guys. There is a lot of abundance coming in for almost everyone. And Gemini, you're right there. You are right there. Yeah, it's so important for you this week to make sure you're not busy focused on the negative. All right, you have to let go of whatever those things are. Look in this card and what you see, and of course yours came in reverse. This is the universe trying to pass you this cup, right? This is a new opportunity. And you're not seeing that because you're focused on these 3 cups in front of you, and you look pretty concerned about them. You're not necessarily happy about what you're looking at. You got your arms crossed, you're feeling defensive. You know, you're just focusing on the problems and the negatives. And when this card is in reverse, after this King of Pentacles especially, you're being told that there is a really big opportunity coming in here for you. And if you're busy looking at other stuff, you're not going to see it. You're going to miss it. Could be an opportunity with another person too. Okay? This 2 of Cups represents a pair of people who bring out the best in each other. This is really good, like sometimes it can be soulmate, sometimes it can be twin flame. It could be a very profitable business partnership. It just is when you meet someone and you guys just absolutely bring out the best in each other. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Okay, the King of Swords is coming in reverse here, and sometimes that can mean you are lying to yourself or you're refusing to see the truth. And sometimes it can represent overthinking. It can also represent just being too cold, too emotionless, not being willing to connect with people on an emotional level. This could get in your way this week, okay? So be really careful. You want to focus on the good stuff. Don't be too sharp and analytical to the point where you're pushing stuff away. Yeah, that brings a great deal of imbalance, and this can actually bring balance back in. Yeah, there's something skeptical. You're being skeptical about whatever this offer is. The way to shine a light on the truth is to be open to it. Okay? That's what's coming in for you. You have a really good opportunity this week. Really, really good opportunity. Between this King of Pentacles and the 2 of Cups, this is a big deal for you. You do not want to miss it. So shine a light on it by observing what is, okay? Not what you think it might be. Not fear. You don't want to lead with fear this week, okay? Fear causes people to be too defensive and confrontational. And if you're defensive and confrontational this week, when you're offered like a new partnership or an opportunity, you're gonna miss it. You're gonna lose that opportunity. So please be open, Gemini. Thank you for that Gemini reading. Taurus is coming in next. Could we have a reading for Taurus, please? Could we have a reading for Taurus, please? Judgment in reverse. Okay, so you're at risk, Taurus, of misjudging a situation and then creating a misstep or a mistake as a result of it. So be really, really careful. Usually, Tauruses are the advanced planners, okay? And this week, there's a chance that you're going to misinterpret a situation, you're going to misjudge it, and when you act on that misjudgment, you're going to mess some things up. You're going to trip up. Queen of Cups in reverse. Yeah. You need to hold the space for the truth as well. You need to really listen to what's happening and be available emotionally. And you got to listen to your subconscious on this one. Okay. So I'm not getting red flag energy on this. What I'm getting is, if you are uncertain about a situation, don't jump to conclusions. Sleep on it, okay? There's a lot of good information that comes through in dreams because it allows our subconscious to make sense of what's going on in our waking world, in our waking life. And I'm feeling like you need to be doing that, okay? So there's a really big chance that you're going to miss an opportunity as well this week because you misjudge the situation. You're going to have to sleep on that. Yeah, and then the Page of Pentacles in reverse. It might be that you've already made the misjudgment and this is the week where you discover your mistake. That's kind of coming in too. King of Cups in reverse. Yeah, ignoring what you know to be true and just jumping to conclusions is going to cause a great deal of conflict and loss for you right now. You've got to be open to new information, okay? You really need to turn your head, do what this Page of Swords is doing. Look in another direction, seek out new information. You don't have all the information yet. There's something you don't know, and you need that before you can make your assessment. Okay, so Taurus, that's for you. Don't be too quick to act, all right, because you're not thinking clearly right now. You're missing part of the picture right now. Thank you for that Taurus reading. Who's coming in next? We've got Leo coming in next. Could we have a reading for Leo, please? What's coming in for Leo? Leo, 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 Leo. In my right hand, I can already tell you that someone in your life, Leo, wants a piece of whatever you got. They see you as someone who has more than they do, and they will try to sneak it away from you in some form or fashion. Okay, so watch out for people that want to take advantage of you or even steal from you. Okay, be very careful this week. Protect your assets. You may be at a crossroads. I'm wondering if someone is giving you a decision to make, if they're creating a false dichotomy for you. Okay, there might be okay, here's your offer. This is what we're offering you, Leo. We see you have the money to do this thing, and we want you to spend your money here. And so what we're going to say to you is you have to make a decision right away, or this opportunity will no longer be available to you, Or they're going to be okay, you can do this or that, and this is give me $100, that is give me $200. It's going to be like a false dichotomy. It's going to be somebody trying to pressure you into doing something that doesn't quite feel right. They might even get other people involved to try and persuade you. They've been working on this for a long time, and the reason you got hooked in the first place is because these people are fun to be around. They've taken you out for a good time. They've schmoozed you. You've been schmoozed, okay? But this is someone who's taking advantage of you. They have been planting seeds all along the way so that they can get something from you that they don't deserve to take. It belongs to you, and you're going to end up very disappointed, both at the loss of whatever you end up giving them and the fact that they've been schmoozing you this whole time. They're not your true friends. You know, they might be fun to hang out with, but they have, what is the, it's such a simple term that I use all the time. What is the term I'm looking for, guys? When ulterior motive. These people, there's someone in your life with an ulterior motive, okay? And you need to get wise on that right now. Definitely do not give them anything, and just deal with the disappointment of not having this friendship that you thought was a true friendship. It's not a good situation. So yeah, find your way out of that. You're going to end up losing a lot of money, and you're going to become pretty sharp about it. Like it's going to cause you to speak in a way that you're not used to. Like, you're going to become angry and defensive and be snappy. And then you're going to be exhausted. So, yeah. Take a look around you, Leo, and make sure that your associations are all kosher right now, because somebody's not. Somebody is not who they say they are. And they have been trying to get whatever you have to offer for a very long time. You know, it's like maybe they've been working on this for months or even years. Who's next? Next we have Libra. Okay, thank you for that Leo reading. Could we have a reading for Libra, please? What is coming in for Libra? Libra, 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 Libra. Libra, Libra. What is coming in for Libra? Is anyone familiar with Avatar, The Last Airbender? For some reason, as I'm shuffling these cards, what just entered into mind was Sokka saying, "Flying Kick-a-Pow." I think it was Sokka, maybe it was Aang, but I'm hearing "Flying Kick-a-Pow." Super random. So out of pocket. What's coming in for Libra? Having some fun. Okay, so Libra, it's time for you to have some fun. You need to connect with your friends. Look, your Emperor is in reverse and your Three of Cups is upright. So you got to have some fun right now. You got to step away from the wheel. Ask someone else to take the wheel for a minute so that you can have some fun. All right, choose a designated driver of life and ask them to handle your business for a little while so that you can go out and have a good time, okay? And use your good judgment. It's like, I think maybe this Judgment card is coming in because you've been maybe ignoring that you need to go and have a good time. Like you've also been working really hard and trying to get some things done. And now it's time for you to just go have some fun, okay? Then you've got the High Priestess and the Fool, both in reverse. Those are both following Judgment, okay? So it is time for you to have fun, but you have to do it responsibly. Maybe that's why I'm hearing choose a designated driver and have somebody else take the wheel. there's something going on that you're at risk of. I don't know if this is like you've been working so hard lately that you want to go out and have a good time and let your hair down and then you take it too far. There's a potential for that here. So be careful. Go out and have a good time, but be careful. Party responsibly, okay? Libra, that's going to be really important for you. And then you've got the Hanged Man coming in. So why is that coming into this reading? You need to keep one foot on the ground. Okay? Libra, you need to keep one foot on the ground. You need to go have a good time, but really use good judgment and keep one foot on the ground at all times. Okay? So that's sort of a warning. Don't jump into anything right now. Don't ignore red flags. Use good judgment. Okay? You don't have to be in full control of everything, but you do have to be sort of in control a little bit. All right? So, okay, that was Libra. We've got one left. So let's get a reading for Aries. Could we have a reading for Aries, please? What is coming in for Aries today? What is coming in for Aries? So what that just felt like was when you are like getting ready to go underwater, so you take a nice deep breath. So it's like, you know, taking that one nice big deep breath before going underwater because you know you're going to be down there for a minute. That's what I'm feeling come through during this shuffle with Aries. Yeah. It's like crossroads. There's something about you that you're protecting. Aries, you are picking up on the idea that some area of your life, probably a person, is potentially going to bring you some pretty big disappointment. And I feel like you're sort of steeling yourself in readiness for that. This is an area of your life where you are really, you have allowed yourself to feel very deeply. And you are at risk right now of being disappointed by someone. And it's going to be kind of surprising to you. It's like you can kind of, now you can kind of see it coming, but it's not something that you saw ever coming in the past. And that's why this Two of Swords is here, because you're feeling really defensive about it. You're protecting yourself right now because you're feeling like someone is going to really hurt you. Are they going to? You're not ready to make a change yet. It's like you're afraid of worst case scenarios right now because you're pretty sure you see something coming, and it's forcing you to make a decision and make a change, and you don't feel ready to make that change. And you're kind of like putting yourself in this weird position where you're either like you're either going to feel everything or feel nothing. Yeah, I think that I think that for some Aries, you may be at risk of being disappointed. Like you kind of see it coming a little bit and you've been so hopeful that it wasn't going to happen, but I think it is going to happen, and that hope has been false hope. It is time for you to start deciding what you're going to do in the event that this person or situation goes south. Okay. It's time. It's time to start thinking about things because there is potential for things to get really messed up right now with someone. And, um, you know, it's just like, oh, shoot, we can't make this work out kind of thing, you know? And now what does this mean? What are we going to have to do in order to remedy this? You're probably going to have to start thinking about things and solutions that you didn't want to have to think about. Pivoting is going to be your best option. Okay? Try not to get too hung up on the disappointment. Try to be a solution seeking. All right? Try to think creatively. That's going to result in getting you back to a place of stability and abundance and connection and safety. Okay? If you're focusing on the problem and trying to avoid it right now, then you could probably end up being in a really bad spot. Okay? So, although things might not turn out the way you had hoped, there is still a way for you to come out on top here. All right? So see if you can be on the side of creative problem solving. All right, Aries? Definitely don't lie to yourself. You can't be in denial right now, because if you are in denial and you get caught off guard, then you're really going to be in trouble. If you accept the fact that things might be happening that you didn't want, and you make room for that and you pivot, then you're going to be okay. All right? Well, guys, that's everyone today. That's all the zodiac signs. Thank you all so very much for coming and checking in today and seeing what we're doing for today's reading. Tomorrow, I will be back for Third Eye Thursday, where I'll answer one-on-one questions. And then Friday is the Friday Fast 5, followed by more one-on-one questions. So have a wonderful Wednesday, and I'll see you tomorrow.